Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we're back for another episode of the Jake Break, episode 34. In the heat of the northeastern, or I guess worldwide snowstorm, we're braving the elements to bring you a show here this week, and we're taking it all in. How you doing this evening, Trent?
Well, guys, remember how I said last week was my flu game? No, this week is definitely my flu game. Last week I wasn't feeling so hot, but then I felt better the next day. But the day after that, I came down with something nasty. But I don't go to the doctor very often. But with a little one, I didn't want to get him sick, so I went to the doctor. And they tested me for, the usual flu, COVID, RSV, strep. Negative for everything. And they said, oh, you'll get over it. No medicine, nothing. So that night, I literally felt like I was run over by 17 Clydesdales. My body and skin hurt so bad. You ever, sit there and you just can't get comfortable because you hurt so bad? That's what it was like.
Yeah.
But then I kind of got better, Friday and to Saturday felt good. And now tonight, man, after shoveling my driveway 3 times a day, and this congestion just hit, I feel like crap. But we're here. We do not miss an episode.
You're doing it for the love of the game.
That's right. That is right. So
Man.
If I sound like I'm halfway in the grave, that is why. But neither here nor there. We're about to bring you a good episode.
That's right. I know, beforehand you weren't feeling great, but it's definitely coming on strong here, and 100% the Trent flu pod tonight. No doubt about it.
I just looked at myself in the camera. My eyes are they are taking a half day today. You know what I mean? I'm barely holding my eyes open. I just feel like crap. But, it's one of those things.
You know what won't make you feel like crap, though, is doing this podcast, and it's just going to make it. You bring so much spice to the show, Trent. Spice to the show, Trent. I couldn't imagine an episode without you. I wouldn't want to put our listeners through that difficult circumstance there. I mean, it would be something.
Let me tell you what. If it was what night was that? What night did I go to the doctor? Tuesday night?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, if it was Tuesday night, you would have been ripping solo. That was real bad. But we're back.
Hey, we're back at another exciting week, and like I said, we're in the middle of a snowstorm. You shoveled the driveway 3 times. I mean, You guys are getting different weather than what we're getting up a little bit north of you here. We just got straight up snow. I don't know how much we got, but we got plenty. Sounds like you guys are getting a little something different down there.
Yeah, we had 12 inches of snow, and then it turned to sleet for the last 5 hours of the storm. So we have 2 inches of sleet on top of that. So it kind of compacted the snow a good bit because of the real light, fluffy stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But the thing is, even with the light, fluffy stuff, after you get more than... It gets heavy after a while.
Oh, yeah.
So I wanted to... I don't have a snowblowers, and I don't have that big of a driveway, so I wanted to shovel it early. So I shoveled it when there's probably, 8 inches or so. And then I came back out, and there was probably another 5 or 6. And the bottom froze solid, and then there was an inch of sleet on top of that, so then it got really heavy. So that was round 2, and then when I took the dog back out, I also had to shovel the dog a path to go to the bathroom because it was too deep for her to go to the bathroom.
Yeah.
So I did that, and then after I took her out for dinner, I went for round 3, and there was probably 3/4 of an inch of sleet on the driveway, so I got that off. But
jeez.
And they our road. I mean, usually they're pretty good about keeping it clean.
Mm-hmm.
Well. All day today, we had one pickup truck from the city come in at 10 a.m. and plow one path. They didn't even do the main shot. They only did the one side road because it's a hill, and that's the only thing they plowed. There was 2 wrecks on our road so far today that I saw.
Oh my gosh!
Let's just say a 4-wheel drive pickup truck made a stop at our stop sign and went to turn. Mm-hmm. And got stuck. He had to get out and shovel a path for him to make a turn. in 4-wheel drive. All 4 tires were spinning in his Ram.
Oh my gosh.
And it was a diesel, too. Yeah, because the bottom, right where they plowed there, that was real early on, and the bottom flash froze, so there's no traction. So, yeah, it's gonna be a while till they got stuff cleaned up around here, at least.
Well, and that's the thing. I was looking at the schedule this week, so I'm supposed to travel a good bit this week here. And, looking at the weather, I don't think it's supposed to be above 20 all week. And it's supposed to get windy tonight or tomorrow night. So, we have a lot of open fields and stuff, so it's going to drift like a son of a gun this week. So, I don't know what to expect. I know with work, we're already working remotely tomorrow. I know some places are closed tomorrow, so I don't know. It's something. I don't think we've seen something like this in a long time. Like, I know my family and parents have said, "Oh, you have never experienced like a hardcore storm or blizzard like we have back in the day." Yeah. I think this might be our blizzard storm.
Yeah, I remember back when we were probably 14 or so. We had one that was like 10, 12 inches.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm always good for one good one a year. That's all it was wish. Have 1 or 2, maybe small ones, then give us one good one, and then see ya. Get out of here. Bring on spring. I'm tired of it. Mm-hmm. I wouldn't mind it as much if I was feeling up to it.
Yeah.
But shoveling snow in sleet when you're just feeling like crap, man, it is just it's not enjoyable.
No, I can imagine not. And I'm feeling pretty good. Like, I'm not sick or anything like that. But this morning, I was all sorts of fired up. So I stayed up last night to watch UFC first number card of 2026. Like, if you looked at the Instagram story, you can 100% see, our feelings on it. It was without a doubt. I know it was the first number card of the year. It might be the fight of the year. And this early in 2026, I am boldly making that prediction because I don't know how much of it you saw, Trent, but Gaethje and Patty, that was just unbelievable. Those guys were throwing haymakers, going at it. Both of them, I think, in my opinion, looked like they could have gone down at any point in several different rounds throughout the night. Unbelievable. So I was dragging a little bit this morning after watching that and staying up last night. Even though they moved it up an hour, I'm thankful for that. But this morning, had to rip a little coffee with some For Wellness in it. I don't have to use that promo code because I already got a bunch of orders. But if you didn't use that promo code yet, it's Jacob, Jacob, 8, 3 zeros and a 5. So Jacob 80005 for $30 off your first order. I ripped some coffee with some good stuff in it, and I was feeling good. So I had to do something, right? So I was out there just ripping snow, running the leaf blower because it was that light, fluffy stuff you could go, shoveling. I had some jams, some tunes playing, which one of them is going to be my gas this week. I'm fired up for it. But I was having a great time out there. I could have been out there all day shoveling snow and listening to tunes, even though it was coming down just as quick as I was shoveling it out or blowing it out.
Yeah, man, I wish I had that motivation today. I got her done.
You did. You were a trooper 3 times, you said.
Yeah, and the thing is, too, we have a vehicle under the carport. So, I'm like, I don't have to clean off one vehicle. Well, that stuff was so light and the wind was blowing, her car was covered with snow, and it was underneath the carport.
Underneath the carport, the snow was ripping in there?
Oh, yeah. Her car was covered.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah, so I had to clean off both vehicles, too. But yeah, circling back to UFC, I'm a baby, so unfortunately, I only was able to stay up for the co-main, and then I zonked out. So I watched the entire fight this morning, though. But yeah, that's how you want a championship fight to be. It was an interim championship, but that's how you want those fights to go.
Oh, yeah.
Because even the fight before, Song Yadong and Sean O'Malley,
yeah,
that fight for me was kind of a snooze fest.
Especially the first 2 rounds, man. They were tough to watch.
The last minute and a half, Sean came alive and looked like he was in championship form. But before that, you could tell his legs were getting kicked out from under him. His legs weren't under him. He looked like he was almost intimidated by the speed, because anytime he got super close, Song was just throwing. You
Yeah.
didn't know where they're coming next. Haymaker, over the top, straight left, upper hook. I mean, you just didn't know where it was coming from.
And he looked
But
big for the weight class, too.
Yeah, I mean, his thighs were bigger around than Sean's stomach.
Yeah.
Like, but again, that's the scary thing about Sean is he's so lanky that within a second, a kick or a quick, overhand, you're out cold. You don't need much mass to make those long arms work. But yeah, then I watched the fight, the main this morning, and like I said, it didn't disappoint. That was everything you can ask for in a belt fight. Just constant action. There's none of that dancing around for 3/4 of a round, and then someone goes for a takedown the last 10 seconds to try to secure the round. I love the fights when both fighters are fighting like they don't want it to be a decision.
Mm-hmm.
That's my favorite type of fight, and that's what we got. But also, did you see the Derek Lewis fight?
I did. I don't know. That was one thing I was going to bring up, too. That one, I'm not sure how I felt about it. Honestly, Derek did not look good. I don't know if he was sick, he was injured, something. He just did not look himself. I know he's not the quickest guy out there, and when he punches, he's got a lot of force behind it. And, who he was facing was a lot quicker, a lot younger, and a lot faster. But at heavyweight, you can get away with not being the fastest guy out there. Something just looked off. Like, I was really amping that fight off, but something just looked off with him.
That straight left, it made contact, but that's not what made him fall.
No,
He slipped.
He slipped, but yeah, I don't know.
He slipped.
Before that, he looked bad.
I don't know if he mentally wasn't in it because, like, Derek Lewis knows the ground is not his game.
Yeah.
Right? Like, unless he's on top of the guy beating his face in, he's not down there trying to get into Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. Like, that's not his style. So, like, in his mind, I don't know if he was, like, stunned that he slipped and fell and he was like, what the heck? But, he just laid there for probably 3 seconds until the guy hopped on top of him.
And he did that earlier in the fight, too.
Yeah, like, he almost looked like, in his mind, he was like, oh, the round's over, so I'm just going to, like, wait it out. But then not even 10 seconds later, you lost the match.
Yeah,
like
something. I don't know. Like, usually he's very aggressive right from the whistle. He is going all in. And I don't know, something just looked off last night. I don't know. I don't even know what it was. Not sure how to describe it. He just didn't look right last night.
And I think we see that with pretty much every UFC fighter at one time or another where, 99% of their fights, they look, on par. They just keep getting better, but then all of a sudden they come out one night and they look terrible. So I don't know if it was just an off night. But yeah, I always love watching his fights because he doesn't have the conditioning to go to the decision,
Yeah.
That's why he's always winning by knockout because for A, he has power, but B, by the end of the round, the heavyweights are gassed. Like, a heavyweight match is not made to go to a decision.
Especially at 40 years old.
Yeah, right. So he's been doing it a while, and I understand he doesn't have the energy he used to, but after the fight, even the commentators were like, what just happened?
Mm-hmm.
Like, they were even in shock, so. But overall, decent card, but the main event, that very well could be the fight of the year.
Oh, and to start off a whole new year, like a whole new chapter, I would say, of UFC being on Paramount Plus, 2026, very first card, you get an absolute barn burner of a title fight, and that's the way it shows up. Was just, you couldn't have pictured a better start to UFC into 2026. It was just unbelievable. And even next Saturday, as a great card. Another number card back to back with Diego Lopez and Volkanovski for a title fight. I don't know. UFC's coming out hot out the gates. I'm pumped for this year for it. So.
And I like it because we can watch on Paramount Plus, and we don't have to try to stream it somewhere. Not saying that we ever did. We always bought the pay-per-view.
Yes, we
did. But now it's much cheaper to watch it via Paramount Plus than buying every single pay-per-view.
Right. And I don't know, those pay-per-views, the advertisements made me worried sometimes because I would stream it off my phone, and phones are usually secure, but sometimes with the advertisements, you just never knew what you were going to get hooked up to. So.
A little sketchy.
Catch what we're saying.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was great. It was great. And then also, I think the earlier in the week, another highlight, and we'll end it this way because it was a highlight with the college football playoffs coming to a head in the national championship. Great game. You and I both called it with Indiana winning it. But all in all, it was definitely an entertaining game, no doubt about it.
Yeah, I want to pull up. I don't know if I can find the stat, but remember last week I said whoever's going to win this game, which is a very cliche thing to say, but whoever wins this game is going to control the defensive line.
Mm-hmm.
And in the first half, I think Miami only had 60 yards of offense.
Yeah, it was not pretty.
So that at the end of the day, that's what wins you national championships. Yeah. It is what it is. If Miami could have got a little more going in the first half, they would have had a pretty good chance of winning. But when Indiana's defense came out the way they did, Carson Beck looked so frustrated. They couldn't even get a first down. So when you mentally defeat a quarterback and an offense in the first half of the game, it gives you a great chance. And I'm super happy to see Signetti and the Hoosiers win the national championship.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, the whole team's just a class act, especially Mendoza. I mean, the Heisman Trophy winner. No other way to tell that. I mean, no doubt about it. I think we said last week, we mentioned this. If they win, there will be a movie made about this team, and I fully believe that. I mean, you couldn't write a better movie script than how that game ended with Mendoza making that run on fourth down to put them ahead then, and then the interception at the end of the game to seal the deal. I mean, it was just storybook fairy tale writing. If people believe that college games were fixed, the fixers did a great job of fixing that game because it was unbelievable.
And that's also how you'd love to see a national championship come down to it, right? You like to see a 7-point or less game come down to the final drive. We've had national championships before where a team wins by 30 points.
Yeah.
I think now, since with the 12-team playoff, we're trending more towards very tight games because there's a chance in the top four you could get a flyer in there by chance, But when you have 12 teams in the bigger bracket, those phony teams are going to get knocked off first round. So they don't have a chance to make it to the championship. So I'm glad they're sticking with that next year as well. They just voted on that. But
yeah,
it was a great end to the college football 2025 season.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you couldn't have written a better story there. I fully believe that there will be a movie made about this season, about this team. The one shocker I will say, I'm kind of surprised by this, was Fernando's brother transferring shortly after to Georgia Tech. Alberto Mendoza. I mean, he flashed some talent early this year, but he just never really got a chance because big brother was playing out of his mind there. But Indiana had a good transfer come in at quarterback. I think he just wants a chance to prove himself a little bit, and I think he'll come back potentially. But maybe he wants a different story than brother. Wants to shine at a different school. I don't know. We'll see.
That, or he saw a really big paycheck.
That too, maybe.
With NIL, I mean, it's just crazy.
Well, and bridging into football too, because you're right. I mean, NIL, you just never know what all went down there. We haven't heard a whole lot of details yet about what that transfer looked like or what's going on there. But as far as football goes this weekend, NFL playoffs are in full swing, of course. AFC, NFC championship game. NFC championship game right in the heat of it right now. AFC game was great to start, then just transformed into a whole new ball game in the second half, without a doubt, with all this snow that came. But, yeah, I don't know. What was your thoughts there, Trent, on that game?
I mean, it was decent first half. I was kind of surprised the Patriots couldn't get anything going. The Broncos' defense really showed out in the first half. You could tell Vrabel was kind of frustrated with how the offense played. They couldn't really move the ball. And the Patriots are known for having explosive plays quite often. Vrabel's going to take shots, once or twice at least a drive. And they just weren't making connections. But, everyone loves a good snow playoff game. But at the same time, I don't always think the best team wins. I'm not saying that I don't think the Patriots were the better team today. I think they both were comparable.
Right.
Even with Broncos with their backup quarterback, it was a tight showing. But there, when that snow came, I mean, the amount of slips, drop passes. I mean, heck, there was 5 or 6 missed field goals in the game. I love seeing football like that, but at the same time, I also hate it because it left a lot up to kind of who the ball bounced to at the end of the game.
Right.
I don't think that kind of weather always brings out the best team.
Yeah, and Stidham, I didn't think played an awful game. You could tell he's not a Bo Nix. And to enhance it, I mean, first start in how many years? In the heat of an AFC championship game, you go out there and play. Would it have been a different game if Bo Nix is in there? I think so. But would they have won? I don't know. I think you get a little bit more versatility. I think in the second half when the snow came, Bo Nix brings another element that he can bring to the offense with his legs and running ability there. But honestly, I don't know. Denver just could not get the run game going, and especially in a game like that. I mean, you can't rely on the long ball or the pass if you can't get any run game going. I think that was their struggle all game.
Oh, wow. Rams just muffed a punt on their N15.
Yeah, and that game, I think, is just going to be full of fireworks till we get to the finish line here. I mean, we're in the third quarter, and, I mean, you have arguably probably the best defense in football, the best offense in football, 1 yard differential and plus minus. I mean, it's just absolutely insane. So I know the regular season matchup between these two had fireworks, so with the stakes where they're at, I'm anxious to see how that one shakes out.
Yeah, the return man overshot it, and right before the ball came down, he fell backwards to catch it and muffed it.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah, he might be gone. But back to that game, I think like what you said, when you can't get the run game going, especially in a snow game, there at the end, how quick conditions changed. Like they showed a picture of beginning third quarter, start of the fourth quarter, and then by the end of the game, like it was snowing so hard, so fast.
Yeah.
I don't think both teams had a great offensive scheme to end that game.
Yeah.
If you're gonna run some screens, run the ball to the outside, some short passes, some slants. I just think that they were trying to do a little bit too much, especially the Broncos with your backup quarterback, A, and the conditions, B. You got to take football back to the basics and figure out a way. If the inside run's not working, try something to the outside. Try a toss. Try rolling your running back out in the flat. Something. Because at the end of the day, it's boring football, but a lot of teams, they will run the ball or they'll pass the ball and do 3-yard plays, 3-yard plays, and they go to third down every single time. Then they'll convert. Then you have a fresh set of downs.
Yep.
Quit going for the 30, 40, 50-yard bomb and start playing 3-4-yard football, because at the end of the day, 4-yard football gets first downs.
Yeah.
It's boring to watch, but at the end of the day, when you have those conditions, that's what you have to do to move the chains and to give you a chance to, get in the end zone. But that's much easier said as a viewer than being in the, in the game or being on the coaching staff.
Yeah.
But that's just my point of view.
Well, and both defenses are great defenses. You got to give them credit there. But they didn't make it easy on Stidham either. Early in the game, hitting third and longs every single time. I mean, you become one-dimensional at that point in time. It's tough for a backup quarterback, let alone a guy that hasn't played snaps and like meaningful snaps in many years. If you're stuck in third and longs in a playoff game like this against a defense like the Patriots, it's you're just asking for trouble at that point in time. Still a great game. I would have loved to have seen what it would have been like, without the difficult conditions and such. But I mean, both teams played in it. That's the excuse, but it's tough. It's
not difficult for a defensive coordinator to, anticipate what play is going to come on a 3rd and 16.
Yeah.
It's not difficult.
Right.
But you get to a 3rd and 4, you might catch them.
Options.
Yeah, you might catch them. I would, everybody would take a 3rd and 4. Other than having a 2nd and 10 and throwing a 50-yard bomb. There's times for it, but again, when you're going up, and I feel bad for Patrick Surtain too, because that guy is just incredible on Broncos defense.
Yeah.
He is just, for your defensive scheme to literally leave him one-on-one every single play, and then have your safety on the weak side. Just awesome. Awesome year for him. But yeah, I'm excited to see how this game finishes. I think the Super Bowl should be a good one this year.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. We're going to bring some exciting content your way on Super Bowl Sunday. We got a couple weeks to game plan to hopefully get Trent back into shape and feeling better, and we're excited. We're excited for it because that's going to be kind of the first big showcase of what we're planning and working on doing this year. But yeah, it's going to be a good game here coming up. Not sure I'm going to tune in much to the Pro Bowl, other than some limited time here. I don't know. That can be a topic for another week, but I feel like that product has really gone downhill in a hurry. But they're trying. But without further ado, I think we got to jump into our most popular segments of the show, Trent, because I know I'm excited for this one. And for your personal health and safety, we're going to try and keep tonight's show brief so you can get the much needed rest and relaxation and recuperation.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
The 3 R's of recovery, we'll call
it.
That's right. But so jumping right into the gas and brake segments, I'm fired up. So I hope you don't mind, but I'm going to go first.
You have it.
So there's a very trendy, popular song that's just ripping through social media right now. I'd be lying if I said I didn't listen to it a couple times today while I was doing snow work. And the last few times I worked out, I'm going all gas on the show, or not the show, excuse me, the song Man I Need by Olivia Dean. Okay? I don't know if you've listened to this song at all. You have got to check it out because it's one of them, so for those of you that know me, I like country music, especially older stuff, classic rock, some yacht rock. I listen to darn near everything, but I'm usually not a big pop music guy. Is that a heavy duty sneeze there?
Oh my god! I saw my light flash before my eyes.
I saw the back arch up, and man, the glasses about went flying through the windshield.
There was some recoil on that bike, baby.
I saw the mute go real quick, and I was like, "Oh, something's happening." But, well, I hope you're not allergic to this song, Trent, because you've got to listen to it. It's 100%. Back in the day, there was those girl pop songs, Justin Bieber, Baby, stuff like that. This probably is borderline a song like that, but it's just awesome. It's catchy. I love it. I'm not going to play it here because I don't want us to get
DMAC'd again.
DMX or DMC or whatever it is. What is it?
DMCA, but a lot of people just call it DMAC.
All right, yeah, we don't want to do that. Because I don't think we did last time, but we don't want to chance it again. So, but if you haven't listened to that song, you've got to check it out. Man, I Need by Olivia Dean. That's my gas this week. I'm excited for it. It's on the on repeat playlist on Spotify pretty quickly.
Good. All right, so I'm sorry, I'm making sure my wife's okay. She just sent me a picture of a memory 1 year ago of me and my dog sleeping.
that might be you guys tomorrow.
Honestly, it may not be. But the thing is, I just don't have much time to do that because, with the baby.
True.
It's just when I could really screw up a nap, I could just lean into it heavy.
Mm-hmm.
He just wakes up from a nap. So then it's 3 to 4 hours of just wake time. And then by the time, he goes down and there's something to do. There's snow to shovel.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the schedules never line up. But yeah, she just sent me that.
That's great.
But
Young
anyhow,
pup.
Oh yeah, she was definitely 4 or 5 months old then.
Yeah.
How time flies. But for this week, I am going gas on the Yellowstone series. I am a bit behind. I know a lot of people have finished this a long time ago, but it really takes me a long time to finish a series because I just don't watch TV that much.
Mm-hmm.
But being sick, I was home from work a few days, so I was able to actually get some TV time in when I wasn't sleeping. So I'm back on the wagon, going all gas on Yellowstone. I'm almost done. I think I only have like 5 or 6 episodes left. But the next, Jake, I'm on the Landman.
That's the next one that I'm watching too. I haven't tuned in yet, but now with Paramount Plus, I'm going to.
Exactly. When I got that, I was like, oh yeah, here we go. Because I see clips on TikTok of it all the time, and it has me hooked already. So, well, the Rams just came back down. 2024 now.
Good night. Back and forth.
Oh, it's gonna come down to the final drive. I have a feeling. But what? Last week we did a blind ranking. No, we did a blind draft.
Yeah,
blind
last
draft.
week was a blind draft. We went back to the blind drafts, and I don't know. I said I needed a bounce back week, and it looks like I may have had that happen.
Jake, I think I screwed up by saying omniscience because a lot of people probably had no idea what that was.
I had no clue. None.
But, I mean, last week, I think we said it, we both had very solid lists last week. Yeah. And sometimes it's just not in your favor. And last week, everybody was in your favor. I got spanked 75% to 25%.
Yeah. I said I needed a bounce back week, and we had it.
Yeah, so now I'm at 16, you're at 12, we have 3 ties, and the special guests have 2.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
But what are we doing this week for our segment, Jake?
Yeah, so this week we are bringing to you, since we are in the midst of this crazy snowstorm here on the East Coast, we are going to come to you with a blind draft for favorite winter activities. So Trent and I were talking about this. We have some different stuff we do during the wintertime, some stuff that makes like the cold, ice, and snow work a little bit better. And I know a lot of our listeners do some other cool, fun winter activities. So if we miss your favorite activity, make sure to let us know on the comments or send us a message, because we're always learning and we always want to know what's going on out there with our listeners. So that's what we're moving with, Trent, is winter activities this week.
Let's let it rip.
So what's your pick on the coin toss? Because I think it's my week to pick.
I'm going heads because my head feels like garbage. So.
Okay, that's a good one.
Yeah.
Flip a coin.
It's heads.
Oh, you got it. All right. I say, if you pick heads, you never lose. So, all right, I'll let you lead the charge.
All right, Jake. I'm ripping the first one off. I'm not a huge gamer, but in the wintertime, it gets dark early, it's cold, so I'm going video games.
Okay. That's a good
Number one. And, as a kid, I never really got into it too much because, I never had a PlayStation or a DS or anything like that, so I had a Wii, so I'd play that, but got into it the past couple of years, and I will say this, I do not play by myself. I can't do it. I do not enjoy playing video games by myself. It's more of doing it with friends. It's just a fun time for me, especially because where I live, I don't have any friends local. Mm-hmm. So it's just a way to, have a good time with buddies and, kick it, something to do when it's cold outside and there's not much daylight.
That's what we should try and figure out sometime, Trent. I know we did it one other time, where we played together.
Yeah.
Because I don't know how to do that stuff real well, but you helped me figure it out. But we should figure out sometime, and if you know how to do this.
I know how to do it.
We should do a Jake Break video game stream.
We should.
That would be so much fun.
We could also do a YouTube video out of it.
That would be great. I think we should do that. So, do you know how to do that?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I know how to.
Okay. And, would we do that? I guess, since I don't know, if I played it at my house and you played at yours, we could be on the same video? Or might it be easier just we're both there at the same spot? I like that idea better. We're both there at the same spot.
Yeah. There's a couple ways. We will talk about it, but there's a couple ways we can go about it.
All right, sweet. I'm fired up now. I like that idea. Great first pick, Trent. That is fantastic. All right. Huh. Okay. Well, my first one, I'm going with hockey. I've never played it before, but I love watching it. It's one of my favorite activities for the wintertime here. And the Pittsburgh Penguins are hot again. So we're going hockey.
All right, Jake. I'm going skiing number 2.
Okay.
I haven't done it in many years because I don't have much time now. But when I was younger, I had season passes and I would go skiing all the time. So,
Dang.
skiing.
Great pick. That's something I've always wanted to do, but it was always during like basketball season, and I never wanted to get hurt for basketball season. And I don't know. I always wanted to try that or snowboarding sometime. So it's on the bucket list. Number 2 for me. I only did it one time, but it was a blast, and I wanted to go back and start doing it some more again. Is ice fishing.
Okay, that was
This year would have been a great year to do it, and it's probably a great year to do it. Maybe I'll do it this year because of all the cold weather and the ice that we're getting. So I'm going ice fishing.
All right, I'm gonna go watching TV series in the wintertime.
All right.
Gets dark early, something to do inside with your significant other, with your family. You have much more time before bedtime to watch some TV. So watching TV series number 3.
Yeah, it's a good pick, especially with a significant other watching a good TV series together.
Oh yeah,
Nothing beats that.
that's right. Someday, Jake, you're gonna look back and be like, that was a great pick.
Fantastic pick.
That's right.
And who knows, in the next coming months, I don't know when it's happening or where it's happening, but when you surprise me with this Jake, I don't even know what segment you called it.
I forget. My brain isn't working right now.
But there's some fans that are fired up for the episode where it's like that dating show experience I described.
Exactly.
So
speed dating with Jake.
It'll be something. So number 3, I'm going to go with this one. This one is a little different. That I don't know. It could be a make or break pick for me. But I'm going butchering.
All right.
I feel like the winter time is an ideal time to butcher, and I just enjoy it. It's a good time. Deer, pigs, you name it.
I'm gonna go. I have to go. Let's go bowling, number 4.
Ooh, that's a good one.
I've been bowling in several years, but it's one of those things that's just like takes you back to being a kid. It's a nice, fun thing to do.
Yeah. I'm absolutely awful at it, but I love doing it. That's a good one. Good one. Number 4 for me, going with making soup. Love cooking. You and I both love to cook. And I feel like winter time's like a good time to make a bunch of soup. Put it in the freezer in like containers and stuff like that. So I'm going making soup.
Let's see. Man, I have 4 that I am torn between. Because they could have made my top 5 anywhere, and I can't fit them.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, boy, oh, boy, oh, boy. How about this? I'll tell you mine, but I'm going to tell you the other 3 after we're done.
Yeah, I think we got to throw some honorable mentions in there.
Yeah. So, let's go with shed hunting.
Oh, that's such a good one. I didn't even think about that.
And for some of your listeners that don't know what shed hunting is, in the wintertime, white-tailed deer, their antlers, male white-tailed deer, their antlers fall off in the wintertime. Then they grow back the following year. So, usually January to March sometime, their antlers fall off. So it's fun going out in the woods, just hiking around and trying to find antlers that freshly fell off. It's a cool thing. Go out, do some scouting, find out where the deer are, but it also just gets you outside.
Yeah. Yeah. Man, didn't even think about that. That's a great pick. Man, you were just on a heater this episode here. I feel like you're coming out hot and heavy on this one, so could be in trouble. For this episode, or not this episode, my fifth and final pick, I gotta go with simulator golf.
Yeah.
Like hitting in a simulator. I feel like the wintertime is the ideal time to just grind on a simulator. It's warm, get some swings in because you're not able to play on an actual course up in the northern half of the country. So that's my fifth and final pick. I'm locking it in. But what's your honorable mentions there, Trent? I'm curious.
So 3 honorable mentions. Indoor archery.
Yeah.
So I'm part of an archery club. So the indoor range, it's not so much just shooting bow, but the guys that are there, it's like this tight little family kind of. It's just a great group of guys to be around. Shoot the crap, shoot some bow. So indoor archery, cutting firewood.
Okay.
I love doing that. Cutting firewood, splitting firewood. But then puzzles is also a sleeper.
Oh, man, that's a good one.
Yeah. And I'm not, like, ripping puzzles all the time. But, like, it's one of those activities that's kind of, like, it can't be anything too crazy because then it just pisses me off.
Yeah.
But, like, if I can do one where I can, like, steadily make progress and I'm never just, like, sitting there for 45 minutes and not getting a piece, it's my type of puzzle. But if I'm sitting there, like, struggling to find one piece for 45 minutes, I'm out. Chalk it up. I'm done.
Dang, that's a great pick.
But do you have any honorable mentions or not?
I do, but before I get to them, I'm glad you brought up the puzzles. So I don't know if I said this before or not. I don't remember where I made this statement. Sometimes I just say stuff. I can't remember if it was on the show or not. I had a great business idea, Trent. It was like a puzzle subscription service. I know, if you've ever seen Seinfeld, I sound like Kramer right now, but it was like a puzzle subscription service. You pay a monthly fee, you get a puzzle every month or every 2 months, you return it, or you can buy it, and then the next month or two you get another puzzle.
That's what they do. If you return it and it's in good condition, then you get a credit towards your account.
Exactly.
I like that.
I thought it was a great idea. I looked it up, and apparently it's already a thing, unfortunately. But, my heart was in the right place. I thought it was a pretty neat idea. But already, I guess there is already something along those lines. So
That sucks.
Yeah, but no, that's such a good pick. The other ones I had thrown out there, one is kind of like borderline. I don't know if you want to consider it wintertime activities or not, is hunting, like flintlock season.
Yeah.
I love it. That was one I had tossed around. Another one was just like DIY projects. I feel like wintertime, you're sitting around the house, you see different things, it'd be like, it'd be fun to change that up a little bit or do something there. So those were my 2 honorable mentions.
Good deal. So we'll go run down through our list here. Yeah. My 1 was video games, 2 skiing, 3 watching TV series, 4 bowling, and 5 shed hunting.
Lovely. That is it. Man, top to bottom, that's a good list. Mine was hockey at 1, 2 ice fishing, 3 butchering, 4 making soup, and 5, golfing in a simulator or simulator golf.
There we go.
So, yeah. I don't know. I know we say this every week, but that's 2 solid lists there. Actually, see how it turns out. I don't think I'm going to say it now, Trent. I don't think I'm going to have another hot week like I did last week. You put together 2 solid of a list to do that.
I don't know, man. There's been several weeks where I was overly confident and I got shellacked. So I just kind of wait. I don't even check like Tuesday night or Wednesday. I usually find out when I log on because I'm usually the one that goes through for our outline and puts in who won and the totals. That's when I find out. It's like I didn't know I got my butt kicked until probably 50 minutes ago.
I love it.
Yeah. Unless my wife, she usually votes like Tuesday evening, and she's like, "You're getting your butt kicked." And I'm like, "Thanks, honey." I'm like, "Who'd you vote for?" She's like, "Not you." I'm like,
Just brutal.
"Yeah, it's tough out here, man."
And someday if I get a significant other, they'll probably vote for you. So it'll be an even trade. It's just how the cookie crumbles, I guess.
Cancel each other out.
But no, sounds good. Well, that's going to be up again Tuesday. We'll try to have it up by midday Tuesday. We'll try and make that a routine. I know last few weeks have been kind of sporadic with when that's getting up, so it will be up by Tuesday at noon. That way, on your lunch break in the evening, while you're cooking supper or hanging out in the evening, you have plenty of time to vote then. But as always, another great episode, Trent. Another one in the books. I guess anything else to add to the show till we close things out this evening?
I don't think so, but I just had a sneeze and it went away, and I hate that.
That would be a full break moment for me.
Yeah, I had that on my breaks the other week.
You did. You actually did. Now we saw it in action.
Exactly. But other than that, I don't think so. I hope everyone has a good week. I hope everyone stays healthy and does not contract whatever I got going on. But stay warm out there. This next couple weeks in Pennsylvania, it looks like we're going to have a nice high of like 25 degrees for the next 2-ish weeks.
Yeah.
So, get ready for that next heating bill to come. And, have a good week.
Lovely. Well, and we appreciate you fighting through the actual the flu game you had this week, Trent. As always, the show wouldn't be the same, wouldn't be able to roll without you. So we appreciate you toughing it out.
Thank you.
And when we have a title to our episode now, Trent's Flu Pod. So we're all good.
That's right.
Well, this ends another week. The Jake Break. We appreciate you tuning in. Be sure to smash that subscribe button. Follow us on all social media channels. Tell your friends, family, loved ones about the show. We want to keep growing the show for everyone that's tuned in for us since day one, or if this is your first episode. We appreciate you coming along. Until next Monday, we'll see you then.